Hello everybody, this is Dickel at Flockit. The following video is pretty damn good, so stock up on all your goodies, your snacks, your booze, and enjoy the show. I know I will. Welcome everybody to the final episode of this 1965 tape recorder.
Thank you kindly.
I'm in the process of just buttoning up this bottom here. I did a whole lot of cleaning on it. These circuit boards were never cleaned of the flux when this was made 50 years ago.
Shameful.
So I ended up spending about 20 minutes just scrubbing it all out. It was a hard, dried-on flux. It just didn't want to come out. It took about 3 or 4 applications of alcohol and some QD electronic cleaner, but they're okay now. I sprayed all these controls here, some contact cleaner in these pots here. I noticed a few things here. The screws that hold the circuit boards in here were a little bit loose. That could cause some vibration, so I tightened these up on both sides. This thing here, which is the record button, this was loose, so this may have been vibrating some. Even this terminal strip here is soldered to the chassis on this side, but this side it was kind of flopping around, and although it probably wouldn't have made any difference, I just put a piece of rubber and glued this on here, so it's not going anywhere anymore. I finished checking all the components on here, and I did change one resistor and 2 caps. I changed this cap here. This is a 5 microfarad at 50 volts. This is for the output tube. It's a cathode bypass cap. It's 5 microfarad at 50 volts. And that's on one side of it. I also replaced the other one on the other side. They weren't that bad. They were up a little high. I wanted to take them out and test them, and since I had them out, it was just easier to put a new one in there. So I put one in there and one in there. Besides these 2 electrolytic caps here, I replaced 1 resistor, and even this was not off that much, maybe 25%. There's 2 electrolytic caps here and here. These are both 30 microfarad. And I just use my meter and they check out fine. One measures about 32 and one's about 31. So I'm leaving these in here. As I'm leaving the main filter electrolytics, until I find a need to replace them, they're staying in. Alright, take a look at this thing here. I was wondering what that was, so I looked it up on the SAMs, and this is a hum control. There's one here. And there's one here. We're going to play with that and see if they work. Now to get all these blades here even, I put a magnet on here.
Well, you're crazy.
And I bent each one so it barely clears that.
Smarty pants!
This one I could use it in more.
Be careful.
It's like that. These fins bend very, very easy, and they got all bent out of shape.
A little bit bent out of shape.
Okay, I think that's enough.
I think that's good. Remove the magnet. I'll turn it on and take a look at it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's a lot less wobbly. So that's going to help any vibration too. Alright, let's test those hum controls, alright? Okay, I showed you those 2 hum controls here. I got the scope hooked up to the voice coil. It's going across it. and we should be able to tell if this hum control is working. So I'm going to turn the recorder on, and the first thing you're going to hear is the motor vibration and all that. Okay, so here we go. Now the mic is just about 1 inch from the speaker. Right now you can see the signal, the hum signal coming up. Okay, that's hum you're seeing right there. Let me turn this pot and we'll see if we can hear any more hum when I turn it. Take a listen. Okay, that's all the way up. Let me turn it down. Take a listen. That sounds good like there. I still got more to go here. Let me keep turning it all the way. To me it sounded like it went up. What I need to do is hit that sweet spot. Right there, but it's all the way up. Hope you can hear that. Hope the mic picks that up. And we're going to find that sweet spot now. Right there. So I took the head off.
Off with his head!
This piece here needs to be greased underneath here. I greased the crap out of this thing. Whether that's the right thing to do, I don't know. I have lost one of the real retainers. It's nothing but a plastic piece. It's kind of stupid design, but maybe they did that for vibration, I don't know. But the reel goes on here. This goes over, and this acts like a clip. There's a notch all the way around it, so when this thing is on, it clips into there like that. I need to make one of those. I have used the bottle of a rubbing alcohol container.
Are you off your fucking meds or something?
It's a little bit thicker, but I think it'll work. So I traced it here. This is very critical here. This hole cannot be too big because it's got to slide over that groove and act as a clip. So I'm going to have to cut that very carefully. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife to cut that. Well, my first attempt was the most pathetic thing you ever saw. Not even round. So I decided to throw that away. I needed something round, so I used my round punch. Well, this one turned out a little bit better.
Oh, brother.
Let's just see if it works on here. This goes on like that. Then we gotta put this over. I think it's too thick too, so I don't know if it's gonna go into the groove.
Oh, groovy, baby.
I think the hole is too small. See if I could take a little bit off on it. Let's see if we can get it in there. I don't want to rip it. Hey. Look at that.
Boy, I was really in the groove today.
It's in the groove. Well, I'm ready to button it up now. So, on this piece here, you see all that double stick tape? Looks like there was tape here originally, but I put some on each of these points where the plate's going to lay down there to cushion it so this plate won't vibrate. And then of course, it's been a long time since you've seen this. Let's get that done. Alright, that went on pretty good, but remember the problem I had trying to pull these knobs out? I just put a bunch of grease in there for the next poor sucker who takes this apart. You see, the way they got these recessed here, it's hard to get these out because you're going to damage this plastic here. So you got to put some padding here and get 2 screwdrivers and pry them up. Well, I developed a problem here, and I'm getting a bunch of noise. This one tube here.
Oh, this is terrible!
It's only when it's in stereo.
Huh?
If I take it off stereo, it doesn't do it. So it gets its juice from this cap here. This is a 30 microfarad. I'm going to go ahead and replace this. See if that doesn't correct it. Okay, it's in there. It's on stereo. The volume's all the way up.
I fixed it. It's working pretty good now.
You done fixed it? Well, I'll be damned.
I didn't have a 30, so I put a 47 in there. I hope that's okay, because I want to do the other one. There's another one. This is the part of the preamp. The other preamp has the same type of cap. This is what it looked like. I'm going to replace that, and I guess I'm going to have to replace the filter caps too. If that one starts to go out, then the other ones probably will too. These 2 big cans here, I'll probably end up restuffing these. I've got the cap, so I might as well get it over with, huh? Well, it's the next day. I was telling you I was having problems, and I was getting buzzing. And I said I was going to replace this capacitor here, this electrolytic. It's 30 microfarad. And I did. And I thought I had fixed it. I could hear hiss coming out of the speakers, and when I put it on stereo, there was not much change, and I said, well, that fixed it. So I went over here and replaced the other one. Now these tubes are preamps, and so I replaced these, and I said, oh boy, I'm doing great here. So I put a tape on, hit play, and got nothing. No sound. That really freaked me out. I said, what is going on here? So I decided, well, I'll replace these 2. Let's replace those 2 electrolytic cans. So I took the cans off, and I put, there's 2 electrolytics here, and on the underside there's 2 of them. Thank God for terminal strips. After I got that finished, I turned it on and said, well, this is going to fix it. And I put the tape in and played it. Same thing. So I started tracing leads and stuff, and I wasn't getting any continuity between a negative here and a negative here. So that started me thinking that maybe I lost the ground somewhere. And so I was checking all the resistors that go into here, going back up to the electrolytics I just replaced up here, and dang it, you know, and in order to test some of these points here, I had to flip it up here. And I was looking at it here, and there was something fishy about these were supposed to be grounds, and I wasn't getting any continuity on the other side, but I was getting continuity on the plus to the other cap there. I said, what's going on here? I took a look at the cap. It's 3-prong. The middle one is the positive. The 2 outside are negatives on the can here. Look what this plus says. I thought the plus was going to here. So I had this wired in here, the plus on top, and had these two negatives. Can you believe that? So I reversed them and put the positive in the middle where it's supposed to. Doesn't that look like the plus is over here, or does that look like the plus is in the middle? Maybe because I'm such a bonehead, I didn't look on the capacitor. When Buzz is a bonehead, there's nobody who can top him. When Buzz is a bonehead, nobody is as dumb as Buzz. Being a Buzz bonehead is being the stupidest person you've ever seen. It's no fun being a Buzz bonehead. So everybody out there, don't be a Buzz bonehead. I guess there's one good thing that came out of it. I recapped all the electrolytics. Alright, it's time for some fun. I have recorded a sound test. I'm going to test my speakers versus some new ones I bought, cheap ones, and we'll see which speakers are the best.
Cheap bastard.
And my speakers, you remember that one I messed up? Even though it looks messed up, it sounds pretty damn good. So I'll let you be the judge here. So let's play it and see what it sounds like. Here we go. That sounds pretty damn good. So now we're going to try the new cheap speakers, see how that sounds like. Don't go away. Okay, now we're going to test the new speakers. Here's a picture of them. They're cheap speakers from Thailand. They look good and the holes lined up perfect, but I don't think they could cut mustard. So let's try it. So what do you think? I think the originals sound best. But now we're going to put on the big ones, two big speakers, and see how this sounds. Don't go away. It's fun to have fun, right? Well, it's time for the big kahunas. Let's see how those sound. How much you want to bet that those sound better than the small ones, huh?
Who wants to bet? You want to bet? Bet $1. $1.
The audience is listening. Let's go to the last segment here. We'll wrap this up, and we'll play a fun song after I get everything assembled one last time. Don't miss it. You'll love it. Well, there it is in all its glory. The 1965 Sears Silvertone Model 4236 completed.
Hallelujah!
I want to play one final song on it for you guys.
Oh boy!
And this song sort of has a story to it. Well, way back in second or third grade, I had a crush on a little girl, and everybody made fun of her because of the clothes she wore. And they called her Patches and all sorts of mean things. And I really liked her, but I was too shy to let her know. And I always felt sorry that they were teasing her like that. And I think she moved away the next year because I don't remember ever seeing her anymore. And a few years later, in 1964, this song came out, and it reminded me of her and all the abuse she took with people making fun of her. The song is called Ragdoll, and it was by the Four Seasons with Frankie Valli. So let's play that tune for you right now. And Patches, if you're out there, this is for you. Here we go. Take it away, Frankie. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tune. Old Buzz is going to take 2 weeks to contemplate his next project. So until then, have a good one. Thanks for watching. This is Buzz.
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Good night, darling.
See you.